Dear friends, today I want to talk to you about something that truly pains me. What is happening with Yaman? For years, we saw him as an example of discipline, talent, and passion, a true idol for millions of people. He was a symbol of hope, someone who inspired the young, who won over mothers with his nobility and fathers with his strength. But what we see now is very different. Yes, Can has always been a free man, someone who chose his own path without submitting to anyone. But freedom can also become a trap. And when you surround yourself with the wrong people, what looks like freedom ends up becoming a chain made of false smiles, hypocritical embraces, and empty environments that today seem to imprison him. It hurts us to see how that light that made him unique is slowly fading. Where is the discipline, the sport, the dedication to art? Where is that Can who cared for his body and mind and devoted himself with passion to every project? In its place, we see a life marked by excesses, smoke, noise, and people who don't truly value him. What saddens most is that even his own mother, silently, suffers watching him like this. Because a mother only wants her son to be in good hands, to build a full life surrounded by true love. And she, like all of us, feels she is losing him. We, his followers, love him, but not with blind admiration. We love him enough to warn him. Can, you are in danger of losing yourself. False kisses and fake smiles will never be love. You deserve something greater, purer, more genuine. That is why today, with respect and affection, we say to him, wake up, Can. Wake up so that your light shines again. Wake up so that your mother can look at you with pride. Wake up so that all of us who believe in you can recover hope. Your story must not end like this. Speaking of Demet Özdemir means entering a universe where the media often distorts the reality of a woman who, beyond the screen, tries to preserve her independence. People constantly talk about Yaman, his romances, his controversies, his character. But in the middle of that storm, what about Demet? Why is she almost always judged in relation to what he does, as if her identity depended only on past ties? I see in Demet someone who has often chosen silence, even if that silence has brought her cruel criticism. She doesn't respond to every provocation, doesn't join every controversy, avoids fueling public conflicts. In my view, that shows strength, not weakness. While many accuse her of taking advantage of rumors or relying on the men she has been linked with, she continues her path, building her career, reinventing herself, and defending a dignity that often goes unnoticed. Reading comments online, a contradiction becomes clear. Some point out that it is unfair to constantly throw mud at her. They say that in reality criticism is focused on her, while Can is forgiven for everything. This difference is significant. His mistakes are treated with indulgence, while hers lead immediately to harsh judgment. We must not forget that Demet, like any human being, has the right to fall in love, to make mistakes, and to choose poorly. She can defend the one she loves, even if that exposes her to criticism. But every time she does, she's accused of being naive, manipulated, or not knowing what she wants. I ask, who has the authority to decide how she should live? She is not a child, nor someone easily influenced, but a woman aware of her choices, even when they don't align with others' expectations. The unfairness is that a double standard is built around her figure. While Can is allowed almost everything, Demet is expected to be absolutely perfect. If she remains silent, she's reproached for not explaining herself. If she speaks, she's accused of seeking attention. If she has a partner, the authenticity is doubted. If she is single, she is portrayed as lost. It is an endless cycle from which there seems to be no escape. And yet she stays active, keeps working, proving her talent, and strengthening her career. I am convinced that Demet has learned not to live dependent on public judgment. Her strength lies in remaining standing, even when social media turns into a ruthless court. And the truth is that despite everything, She continues to be one of the most admired actresses in Turkey, celebrated for her freshness, charisma, and professional commitment. Behind scandals and rumors stands a solid actress whose worth does not depend on any man. Many say that she should stay away from trouble or that she is part of a media spectacle. I, however, think her reality is simpler. She lives under a constant magnifying glass, and every step she takes is interpreted to suit the public or the media. If she smiles too much, they say she's pretending. If she shows vulnerability, they accuse her of manipulation. For me, the important thing is that she tries to stay true to herself in an environment that constantly demands her to be someone else. Demet is not perfect, of course. She has contradictions. She makes mistakes, like everyone. But those imperfections should not be a reason to destroy her, but rather to see her in a more human way. Because, in the end, behind the celebrity, there is a person who feels, who seeks her own path, and who faces a world that punishes women far more than men. And I believe that is the big lesson. What Demet is living also reflects how our society treats public female figures with less indulgence and harsher judgment. Ultimately, my stance is clear. Demet Özdemir deserves respect and fewer criticisms. She should be recognized not only as Can Yaman's ex or as the protagonist of gossip, but as the actress and woman she has proven to be. Despite everything, she keeps moving forward with dignity, and to me, that is already a victory much greater than any fleeting headline. I feel that in trying so hard to shine, Demet has lost her essence, the one that once captivated audiences and maybe even can. Now she seems more concerned with public opinion than with being herself. She's stuck in an image that no longer fits her, and she doesn't want to let it go. I say this with no joy. On the contrary, I'd love to see her reconnect with truth, with depth, with things that don't need constant validation. Because if she keeps going this way, she'll end up alone, surrounded by lights, but empty of real connections. And when the lights go out, only the echo will remain of what she was, but couldn't hold on to.